Welcome to video 3 on this foundational series. In this video, we're going to talk about focus. What do you actually want? So let's get into the video. The question that changes everything. We've covered the facts, where you are, and your feelings, your fuel for the change. Now it comes time for the third part, the focus. Focus comes down to one simple question that will drive everything in your life. What do you want? Now, this isn't a hard question to ask. It's not even a hard question to hear, but it's incredibly hard to answer. Right? So what are you actually clear about? And here's what I've discovered working with dozens of other men. You're crystal clear about what you don't want. In your relationship, you don't want her to nag you, right? I don't want to be rejected sexually. I don't want constant criticism. I don't want to have to walk in eggshells in my own home. I don't want to fight all the time. And in your life, you don't want to feel stuck. You don't want to be out of shape. You don't want money stress. And you don't want to feel disconnected from God. You've become an expert at identifying everything that you don't want. And this blank space, right? But ask yourself, what do I want? And you hit that blank space, right? That moment you realize you don't actually know. You've never really thought about it, right? You've been so focused on avoiding problems that you forgot to create solutions. You've been reacting to life instead of creating it. And this blank space, this is where most men live their entire lives. Well, reason number one, you've been taught that it's selfish. Don't be greedy. Be grateful for what you have. Don't expect too much. Other people, they got it worse, right? Reason number two, you've been disappointed before. You wanted something and you didn't get it. You shared your dream and someone crushed it. You tried and you failed, right? So you stopped wanting to protect yourself. And reason number three, you're afraid of the work. If you admit what you want, then you'll have to do something about it. It might require you to change. It might require difficult conversations. It might require taking risks, right? But what is the cost of not knowing? In your relationship, when you don't know what you want, well, she doesn't know how to please you. You can't lead effectively. Every decision becomes a negotiation. You drift instead of moving towards something. In your life, you react instead of create. You settle for whatever happens. You have no clear direction. You wonder why nothing changes. And then with God, your prayers become generic. You can't recognize His guidance. You miss His opportunities that He's providing you. And you feel disconnected from your purpose, right? So what do you want in your relationship? Let's get real specific on that. What do you actually want with your wife sexually? How often do you want to connect? Well, what kind of energy do you want around sexuality? How do you want to feel desired? And what does great sex look like to you? Emotionally, how do you want to feel when you walk in the door? What kind of conversations do you want to have? How do you want her to respond to you? What does emotional connection look like for you? For me, coming home after long days of work, the atmosphere when I first walked in the door set the tone for the entire night. And so no matter what was going on with me, how stressed I was at work, I was going to walk through that door confident and ready to greet my family. She was going to do the same. She was going to stop what she was doing, no matter how intense it was, unless she was getting something out of the oven. But the next moment she had available, she was going to come give me a hug. We were going to embrace for 30 seconds. That set the tone for the entire rest of the night. But we didn't know we wanted that until we started naming it, until we started crafting a vision for what we wanted our marriage to look like. And then in your daily life, what do you want the energy to be like in your home? How do you want to spend time together? What kind of partnership do you want? And how do you want to handle conflict? So stop settling for fine and start getting clear on what's incredible, right? So the permission that you need. Here's what I want you to understand. It's not selfish to want things. It's actually selfish to not want things. When you don't know what you want, your wife has to guess. Your family gets a checked out version of you, right? God can't use you effectively, and you become a burden instead of a blessing. So clear desire creates clear direction. Clear direction creates clear action, and clear action creates clear results. So beyond your relationship, what do you want in your body? How do you want to look and feel physically? What do you want to be capable of? How do you want to show up physically? Are you happy with how you look in the mirror naked right now? So what do you want in your spiritual life? What kind of relationship do you want with God? How do you want to feel about your purpose? What impact do you want to make? And then what do you want with money? How much do you actually want to make? What do you want your money to provide your family? And then what does financial freedom look like to you, right? The big difference between wanting and wishing. Well, wishing is passive. I wish things were different. I wish she would just change. I wish I had more money. But wanting, that is active. I want to create this specific thing. I want to become this type of man. I want to build this kind of relationship. Wishing, that keeps you stuck. Wanting, that creates a movement. So the stories that need to change. Right now, your stories are keeping you stuck. The current stories that you might be playing in your head is, I shouldn't want too much. That's not realistic for someone like me. I tried that before and it didn't work. I don't deserve that. Wow, she'll never go for that, right? But the new stories here is I'm designed to want and to create. God gave me these desires for a reason. I'm capable of more than I've been settling for. I deserve an incredible life. I can create the life that I want. Your stories about what's possible determines what becomes possible. So getting clear on what you want. Step 1, give yourself permission. It's okay to want things. It's okay to want more. It's okay to want what seems impossible. We call that playing the impossible game, right? Step 2, start with your gut. What do you want when no one else is listening? What do you dream about? What excites you? I want to hear about that, right? Step 3, get specific. Not, I want a better relationship, but I want to feel desired, respected, and connected every day. And step 4, ignore the how for now, right? Don't worry about how you'll get it. Just get clear on what it is. We'll do the how later. Step 5, write it down. Make it real. Make it concrete. Get out of your head. Get this thing out of your head and onto paper. So your assignment for today, this week, I want you to complete this exercise, relationship vision. Write down exactly what you want your relationship to look like. The daily energy and the interaction, right? The sexual connection and the frequency with your wife. Emotional intimacy and communication. What does that look like for you? And how do you want to feel about each other? For your life vision, how do you want to feel in your body? What do you want your relationship with God to look like? What do you want to provide for your family? And then what legacy do you want to leave? Don't edit yourself here. Don't make it realistic. Just write what you actually want. Call it the impossible game because it's impossible because the current version of you cannot get to it. But that's our foundation. And this is the power of a clear focus. When you get clear on what you want, your decisions, they become easier. Your energy increases. Your prayers become specific. Your actions become purposeful. And your life becomes intentional. You stop drifting and you start creating. So what's coming next? In the next video, we're going to talk about the results, the ultimate measure of whether this is working or not working. Because here's the hard truth. Your reasons, they don't pay the bills. Your results do. Your reasons don't create the sex life you want. Your reasons don't build the connection that you desire. Your reasons don't change your bank account. Your results do. So you can have all the facts, feelings, and focus in the world, but if you're not getting the results, you're not winning the game. And so that's what we're going to cover next. And I'll see you in the next video.